y el futuro de prosperidad de nuestros pueblos fronterizos.
American warships line the Caribbean. A nuclear submarine prowls beneath the waves. Maduro declares there is no way to break Venezuela. Drones hum across Venezuelan skies, Iran's shadow in every flight. Sanctions, blockades, threats, failures piling on failures. But as Washington weighs its next strike, who truly holds the power to tip the balance? Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has delivered a forceful message, declaring there was no way United States forces could successfully invade his country as tensions escalate with Washington. Maduro's comments came as more than 7 US warships, including a nuclear-powered submarine, positioned themselves in the southern Caribbean near Venezuela's territorial waters.
Ni sanciones, ni bloqueos.
Neither sanctions, nor blockades, nor psychological warfare, nor siege. They have not succeeded. They will not succeed. Not today, not ever. There is no way. There is no way to break into Venezuela.
The US naval deployment includes 7 warships and 1 nuclear-powered fast-attack submarine, carrying more than 4,500 service members, including 2,200 Marines. Admiral Darrell Claude, the US Navy's Chief of Naval Operations, confirmed the deployment Thursday, citing concerns about Venezuelan participation in large-scale drug operations. The Venezuelan leader emphasized his country's readiness to defend itself, telling his forces,
This situation we are facing, an unforeseen situation of siege, harassment, illegal threats that violate the United Nations Charter. This situation is an opportunity. For what, Colonel Ramos Salazar? Convey this to all military and police personnel deployed, police and military chiefs. Convey this to all personnel nationwide, to all the militia, and let us also convey it to the people. We must take advantage of these circumstances for what we are doing, to strengthen our national defense plans, to strengthen ourselves morally, politically, institutionally, psychologically, to strengthen our national unity as we are doing. Today I can say, after 20 consecutive days of announcements, threats, psychological warfare, after 20 days of siege against the Venezuelan nation, today we are stronger than yesterday. Today we are better prepared to defend peace, sovereignty, and territorial integrity than yesterday. Much more.
Venezuela has responded aggressively to what it sees as American threats. The country has deployed its own warships and drones to patrol its coastline while launching a massive recruitment drive for militia members. Caracas has also stationed 15,000 troops along its border with Colombia to combat drug trafficking and criminal gangs. Venezuela's UN Ambassador Samuel Moncada met with Secretary General Antonio Guterres to formally protest the US military buildup.
It's a massive propaganda operation to justify what the experts call kinetic action, meaning military intervention in a country which is a sovereign and independent country and is no threat to anyone. They are saying that they are sending a nuclear submarine. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that they're fighting drug trafficking with nuclear submarines.
Behind Venezuela's bold rhetoric lies a sophisticated military partnership with Iran that has transformed the South American nation into one of Latin America's most advanced drone operators. This alliance, built over more than a decade, has produced armed aircraft that now patrol Venezuelan skies and borders. The relationship began in 2006 when Caracas signed a technical military agreement with Tehran that included drone technology transfer, training, and parts supply. Iranian manufacturer Cod's Aviation Industries provided initial assembly kits for the Mohajer 2 drone, while Venezuelan engineers traveled to Iran for specialized training. By 2012, President Hugo Chavez proudly unveiled Venezuela's first domestically produced drone, the Arpia 001, during a nationwide television broadcast. The aircraft, weighing approximately 190 pounds with a 12-foot wingspan, represented a significant technological leap for the Venezuelan military. the program has evolved dramatically since those early days. In 2022, Venezuela stunned international observers by revealing two advanced models during a military parade, the ANSU 100 and ANSU 200. The ANSU 100 represents a particularly concerning development. It's an armed version capable of launching Iranian-designed Qaem air-to-ground guided bombs, making Venezuela the first Latin American country to operate weaponized drones. Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez announced Wednesday that Venezuela would deploy a significant deployment of drones with different missions. Intelligence sources who spoke with the Miami Herald revealed the extent of Iranian influence over the program.
Cooperation with Iran was essential. Not only could Venezuela never have developed drones on its own, but even today, it's the Iranians who control those facilities. Venezuelan personnel can't enter without their authorization.
The technological partnership has raised alarms across the region. In 2021, Colombia formally protested when a Russian-made drone operated by Venezuelan forces violated its airspace. With armed ANSU 100 systems now operational, the risk of similar incidents has increased significantly. Venezuela has also developed suicide drones, including the Zamora V1 unveiled in 2024. Inspired by Iran's Shahed 136 design, the same model Russia uses in Ukraine, these loitering munitions can hover over targets before crashing and exploding. The Trump administration refused Thursday to clarify whether it might use military force against Venezuela, even as it deployed massive naval assets to the region. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt declined to specify the administration's intentions when reporters pressed about potential military strikes.
I won't get ahead of the president with respect to any military action or questions about that ever. But what I will tell you is that many Caribbean nations and many nations in the region have applauded the administration's counter-drug operations and efforts, and the president is prepared to use every element of American power to stop drugs from flooding into our country and to bring those responsible to justice.
The White House has consistently refused to recognize Maduro's legitimacy, with Leavitt declaring,
And as I've said from this podium before, the Maduro regime is not the legitimate government of Venezuela. It is a narco-terror cartel. Maduro is not a legitimate president. He is a fugitive head of this drug cartel. He has been indicted in the United States for trafficking drugs into our country, and it is the utmost responsibility of this president and this administration to prevent the illicit flow of drugs into our country and to protect citizens from those deadly poisons.
The Trump administration has increased the bounty on Maduro to $50 million, accusing him of leading the so-called Cartel of the Suns, a drug trafficking network allegedly run by senior Venezuelan government officials. This move coincides with what Washington describes as international anti-drug operations, though the deployment's timing and scale suggest broader strategic objectives.